So what if I told you that the most fundamental parts of your life, I'm talking about the money in your wallet, your sense of self, even time itself, aren't actually real in the way you think they are? What if they're all just stories? Today, we are diving into this super powerful idea that our reality isn't some fixed thing we just discover, but it's actually something we all actively build together, every single day.
And look, this isn't just some big philosophical puzzle. The answer to this question really changes how you see everything. Is the world just a set of hard facts? Or is it more like this massive, collaborative story that we've all just agreed to tell? That question, that's at the very heart of what we're going to unpack.
All right, so there's a name for this powerful idea. It's called social constructivism. Let's break down what that really actually means.
At its core, social constructivism basically says that reality isn't something we just find, it's something we collectively create. Think about something as simple as a weed. That's not a biological category, it's just a story we tell about a plant that's in the wrong place. Through our shared beliefs and the language we use, we are all co-authors of the world we live in. Seriously, nothing is obvious until a society agrees that it is.
So how does this actually work, right? How do we get from a simple idea shared between a few people to these massive institutions like governments and economies? Well, this process of building reality is happening every single day all around us.
This slide right here shows a really crucial distinction. Okay, so on the left, you've got objective reality, things like gravity. It exists whether we believe in it or not. An apple's always going to fall from a tree. But on the right, you have socially constructed reality, things like the value of money. It only has power because we all agree it does. It's a shared story, and because it's a story, it can change.
And hey, this isn't just some abstract theory. It's our everyday life. Take the weekend. There's nothing in nature that says Saturday and Sunday are any different from any other day. It's a powerful story we collectively created to give our lives structure, a rhythm of work and rest. And it's the same thing for money. And even, believe it or not, for our own sense of who we are.
This quote from sociologist Charles Cooley is a little mind-bending, I'll admit, but it perfectly captures this idea. I am who I think you think I am. Just let that sink in for a second. Our identity isn't just some core truth buried deep inside us. It's a reflection of how we believe others see us. We're constantly adjusting our own story based on the feedback we're getting. It's like we're all just mirrors for each other.
Okay, so now let's bring this massive concept into the most fundamental social unit there is, the family. Because if society builds realities, then you know what? Families are the very first world builders we ever meet.
In family therapy, this theory is absolutely revolutionary. It suggests that a lot of family conflicts aren't caused by broken people, but by broken stories. The family gets trapped in this shared story that focuses only on the negative parts. I'm sure you can imagine stories like, we're just a family that always fights, or, oh, she's the irresponsible one, or maybe we never get along with the in-laws. These stories, they become self-fulfilling prophecies.
But, and this is a big but, here's the hopeful part. If a story can trap us, well then a new story can free us. And therapists use this very idea to give families the tools to become the authors of their own, much healthier narrative.
So in this process, the therapist kind of acts like a co-editor. First, they just listen, trying to understand the family's current story. Then, they help deconstruct it, asking where these beliefs even came from. Now, that third step, externalize, this is absolutely crucial. It means separating the person from the problem. So instead of saying, you are an angry person, it becomes, anger is visiting you. See the difference? This lets the family unite against the problem, instead of against each other. And that creates the space to finally write a new story that's based on their strengths.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Let's follow a hypothetical family to see how these tools can really help them rewrite their story.
Let's meet the Patel family. They've come to therapy because they just feel completely trapped. Their family story has become one of constant conflict and disappointment, and honestly, everyone is just stuck playing a role they don't want anymore.
And here's a quick look at their treatment plan. Notice the focus here isn't just on behavior, it's on the story. The key intervention is naming and externalizing the conflict monster. This is a brilliant move because it allows the family to finally unite and fight it together instead of fighting each other. So the ultimate goal isn't just to have fewer arguments, it's to co-create a completely new story about who they are, a story of resilience.
And this is the most empowering takeaway, really, whether we're talking about all of society or just our own families. We are not passive victims of our reality. No way. We are its active creators. The stories that define us do not have to be the stories that confine us. We actually have the power to rewrite them. Look, we all live inside of stories. Stories about our capabilities, our families, our futures. So the final question, it's really for you. What's one story in your life that's just not serving you anymore? And what new story are you ready to write? Thanks for exploring all of this with me.